I'm going to try to talk a little bit about hemp and history. I know that we're going to film the other, since we're all set up here, I'm going to free flow. Hemp has been used for centuries. The Declaration of Independence and the Constitution were written on hemp paper. Old Ironside had over 60,000 pounds of hemp rigging and hemp rope. So you might wonder, if our founding fathers were growing hemp, what was it that led to it becoming banned? There was many industries that were aligned against hemp, from paper and pulp with William Randolph Hearst, to corn wanting to be a monocrop for grain, cotton wanting to be more in the textile and eliminate hemp as a competitor. There was a company called DuPont that had just invented a product called nylon. So it was very easy to take hemp and lump it into the same boat as marijuana. In effect, it was a brilliant propaganda and marketing campaign. So in 1937, through the Reefer Madness campaign, 4 industries were able to effectively eliminate one. Hemp was classified in the same boat as marijuana, and it was you weren't allowed to grow it anymore.
Could you tell me your name and your position with AgriCreet?
Yeah, I'm Jonathan Winkles, and I'm the Vice President of Aggricrete LLC. So Karen and I are high school sweethearts. We've known each other since '88. Our first date was December 2nd, 1989. I'm a third-generation builder and went to college, got a degree in construction science from Texas A&M University. Whoop. My daughter's a third-generation Aggie, and we're hoping to have our grandbabies be fourth-generation Aggies, so that would be absolutely outstanding. I wanted to work with my wife. I wanted to be able to have that opportunity because some of the most fun that we have had in the past is when we've accomplished things together. Being able to work with Katie is the best. I've been amazed at her abilities and the products that we're delivering. It's just so exciting. Started my career in commercial construction. I've been in the pre-engineered metal building market. I was a Division 7 waterproofer. I've done tilt wall, I've done precast concrete, I've done electrical. As far as stadiums, I got to be involved in the Reliant Stadium. I think it's called Energy Stadium now in Houston. I was involved in Kyle Field, the materials. Ranger Stadium to a certain extent at the tail end of that, punching that out. The Nashville Soccer Stadium, that was one that my son and I got to work on together. Airports, worked on DFW, BSL Level 4 lab down in Galveston National Lab. So after building commercial construction projects for 30 years, I want to build better.
At AgriCreet LLC, we grow industrial hemp. Industrial hemp is defined as 0.3% or less THC containing hemp. It starts out with the soil, black gold in Texas. This is where we're very, very blessed to have fertile soil. We put the seeds in the ground, that's the second step. These are the 0.3% or less THC containing seeds for industrial hemp. And we sow those seeds, and within 100 days, the plant grows and it produces a stalk that has an outer sheath that's called bast or fiber, and that is the majority of what hemp is grown for, is for the fiber. It also has a woody core that is the hurd. This is what we use and we further break down for making hempcrete products, animal bedding, and in micronized form. The bast fiber is broken down finer, and it is made into mineral wool, it is made into soil saver blankets, and then on the hurd level, it is micronized, and it is used in the cosmetics industry, the pharmaceutics. It's injection molded into car dashboards. It's in the automotive industry. We feel like there's a lot more applications for micronized hurd. The last byproduct that we have when we're growing industrial hemp is more seed itself, the grain. This is our chicken feed that we use. We make protein powders. We extrude the oils out of the seeds, and we get a virgin hemp seed oil and a refined hemp seed oil that have very, very good healthy benefits, excellent omega-3, 6, and 9 properties. Primary use that we're trying to apply it in, though, is in hempcrete and in building applications. We're getting a lot of notice after the wildfires in California. Hempcrete can be used for everything that's between stud to stud on your walls. This is part of the reason we're going out to Colorado to talk about this at Estes Park, is because of the fire-resistant nature of hempcrete. You can put the torch on it and you will see that it'll start to discolor, but it will not catch on fire. And once the ignition source is removed, it goes right out. Now if I turn this torch off, I can touch all around this block and it's not hot. On that spot right there, it's still hot, but that heat will very quickly dissipate. It still requires a structural framing. It is not concrete. It does not have the compressive strength of concrete, but it can be your interior wall insulation, your interior wallboard, your exterior wallboard, your air and vapor barrier, and with the plaster slate finish, your exterior coating. Hempcrete is breathable. It's pest resistant, mold resistant, mildew resistant, and fire resistant.
What is hemp? So hemp's been cultivated for over 10,000 years. Hemp is marijuana's sober sister. Hemp is a plant that can feed you, clothe you, shelter you, and heal you. It is the cannabis sativa plant. Industrial hemp is legislated to have less than 0.3% THC content in the United States of America. That's the biggest question that I get asked a lot is what is hempcrete? And people think if my house catches on fire, is everybody going to get stoned and not be able to get out and escape to safety? Hemp does not contain THC, and hempcrete itself is a material that is made from hemp hurd that is cut down to the size that we need it. It's a lime binder, hydrated lime, and water. And you mix these up. We actually use a catalyst that helps the materials kick. And you mix the lime binder, the water, and the hemp hurd together, and it forms a concrete-like substance. It is not structural in nature. It does not have the compressive strength of concrete. That is the biggest misconception that we have. Hempcrete is not concrete. Hempcrete is everything else inside your wall from stud to stud. It is your insulation. It is your interior wallboard, your exterior wallboard. With your lime slate finish, it is your interior finish and your exterior finish. Through history, it has been utilized early on. It was required to be grown. King Henry VIII in 1535 required everyone to grow hemp. In 1619, Jamestown colonists, as they came to Jamestown, brought the Indian hemp plant with them and had to send hemp back to England. Early drafts of the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence were written on hemp paper. Old Ironsides has 60,000 pounds of hemp rope and hemp rigging that was on it. The sails that Columbus sailed to the New World on were made from hemp cloth. The term canvas comes from cannabis, and it is where we get hemp rope and hemp canvas from. The great thing about hemp is that it is a replaceable product. It's grown within the Texas Triangle, and that we can utilize it for an item-for-item replacement for petroleum equivalents. After the Reefer Madness campaign, fast forward to World War II, and all of the sources for hemp fall underneath Axis control. And the U.S. actually has to issue another video that's called Hemp for Victory in 1942, where they make an appeal to the American farmer to start growing industrial hemp in support of the war effort. That video can also be found on our YouTube channel. There's a lot of traditional headwinds against hemp that are being removed. You saw the 2018 Farm Bill that allowed us to start growing it and researching it. There's test fields that are being planted by Texas A&M all around the state. There's 11 different zones that they're trying to figure out what the best variety is for us to grow here. The Texas Triangle is actually defined as the DFW area, down being the top of the triangle, the bottom right-hand corner being the Houston metropolitan area, and the left corner being the Austin-San Antonio region. Within that, you have a lot of agrarian counties and towns that grow cotton and soybeans and all kinds of agricultural products. So if we can get hemp utilized as a cover crop or as a replacement, the materials that can be manufactured in the Texas Triangle and utilized right here are, it's an immense amount of materials that can be made and utilized right here. So right now, let's just take rebar for instance. Right now, if I do a project here, I import Chinese steel over because it's the most economical. If I could utilize a product that was grown in the state of Texas, you would see a revitalization of these small Texas communities. I could use a product that has replaceable inputs as opposed to destructive inputs. I could also utilize a product that is lighter in weight and stronger and will last longer. There's a lot of these towns that you see that are struggling, and kids are moving away. They have no reason to stay. And families, even farming, they're finding better uses for their land for their family's sake, they think, because economics don't make sense for the farmer anymore. There's a lot of factors against the farmer these days, and we're trying to eliminate those and mitigate those to the extent that we can. We cannot, as a nation, be reliant on others for our food supply. We must be able to produce domestically healthy foods that meet our needs.
Hi, my name is Katie and I'm the creative director at Aggricrete LLC. So with AgriGreens, this is our sister component to AgriCreet. With AgriCreet, this is more of the construction side of the industrial hemp product. AgriGreens is more of the health side of the plant. All of this is focused on the benefits of industrial hemp. What is it that we're growing? What is it that we're able to do with this plant? AgriGreens is actually where we're able to focus on all those health benefits of maybe it's the cooking oils, maybe it's just health supplement beard oils, maybe it's proteins. There's a lot of benefits to the plant overall. With the AgriCreet, we're looking more so at how we're able to use the base fibers, hemp stalks for hempcrete, hemp fibers. But with AgriGreen, this is where we're actually looking at what we can consume with this product. So all of our AgriGreen products made from industrial hemp are going to be very high in omega-3s and 6s, very high fiber content, high protein content. Depending on which of our products you're looking at, you are going to see some slightly different benefits. Our 45 ACP is more of a concentrated protein supplement where you can add that in for more of that protein boost. The OG20 is just a hemp protein admixture, which you can add to your smoothies, even into pet foods, pet treats. My dog loves eating this out of the bag itself. It's quite funny. But then with the hemp hearts, those are raw and it is more of a shelled hemp seed. These are going to be really helpful for that protein and that fiber content. With AgriGreens, we're looking at how we can fully use this industrial hemp plant, finding a intentional opportunity to be mindful about what we're putting into our bodies. What is it that we're spending our time doing? Are we putting in quality products? Are we feeding ourselves quality products? Are we building quality homes? Or are we continuing to live in toxins and chemicals and just poisoning ourselves because we're not trying to do anything different?
Well, I tell you, I'm very, very excited about generational thinking, generational living. As a father of 4 kids and 2 grandkids, I want to deliver more. When you're young, you're all about being involved in the big projects and wanting to build the exciting thing. Now I'm more concerned with the product that I deliver on that piece of land. I want it to be the best product utilized in the best way possible. I want to know that I'm delivering an energy efficient structure that's going to be economical to operate long term. I want to know that I'm building a structure that's going to be there more than 50 years from now. I think the most disturbing thing that I've done is I've sat in a meeting where a client was paying for us to provide them a 50-year building. That should never even be a conversation that you have to have. So I want to make sure that what we're delivering and what we're leaving behind is better than.